You see, Obama's taking the same train ride that Lincoln took. And did you know that if you know and study history that right after Lincoln took that train ride that he took, that there was civil war that broke out? Strikingly, prophetically parallel with all the things that are taking place and have took place. Strikingly prophetic and parallel. You see? But I want to finish this article before I get into that. It says that Washington Post with anticipation. Obama swearing in the nation's first black president. The city was a flutter. Preparations for 4 days of parties and pomp. Shadowed at every turn by layer upon layer of security. Okay. And I don't by no means do I think that Mr. Obama should not be protected by security. I believe he should. And I believe his children and his wife should be protected. But the problem I've got is the hypocrisy of the government that says that I can't shadow my children with protection with my firearms at home. That's the problem. That's the very hypocrisy of one end of the spectrum to the other, you see. That's the very problems that this old boy's got. I believe that he should be protected. I do believe it. I don't give a rat's behind if he's a Democrat or a Republican or a liberal or even an atheist. Because if I said that he shouldn't be protected, then I would be taken away from the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. But here's the thing. You need to shut your mouths about saying that CV 1122, Martin and all of us, we can't protect ourselves and we don't have the right to defend ourselves. Because like I said one more time, and I'm going to try to refrain from cursing because I've been doing it a lot lately, and I tell you, I just don't do this, but I'm just aggravated about it. Do not say that we can't protect ourselves. Don't try to come get our guns. Leave us alone. Let us be Americans. Let us be patriots. Let us belong to this republic that we were founded on. You see? Stop the hypocrisy. Be straight up and just tell the truth. Tell the truth that you want to take our guns. Just go ahead and tell it. Just tell the truth. And be done with it. Don't beat around the bush and propagandize it as that you want to get it out of the hands of criminals when your whole intent in this government now today is to take it from the American citizen where you can control the population and you can enslave them and continue to enslave them. And that's why this is so striking. As Barack Hussein Obama takes a train ride, so did Lincoln take the train ride. Then there ensued civil war because they were pissed off about the slavery, the economy, and the taxes. Not just slavery, the economy and the taxes. And here we go again, history repeating itself. People are pissed off about the slavery that the New World Order has put us under by the private bankers and by the New World Order and by the very puppets that are put in there as presidents. You see? And therefore, here we go again with civil unrest. Here we go again with riots because we're sick to death of being your slaves no matter what color we are. Here we go again. Some of you are sitting back in your chair and saying, holy smokes, it is history repeating itself. I say to you it is. I say to you it is. I say to you it is. All over again. Here we go again. You see. It's strange to me. It is strange. After I got to studying this thing. It's very strange. But think about what I'm telling you. Go study it. Let's move on with the article. It says, there was a concrete barrier for metal fence let me just read this back up again. Washington pulsed with anticipation of Obama swearing in the nation's first black president. The city was afloat with preparation. 4 days of parties and pomp, shadowed at every turn by layer upon layer of security. For every banner or piece of bunting that was going up around the city, there was a concrete barrier or metal fence ready as well. Revelers eager to get a head start, the celebration already were flowing in the city. Tony Mateo, 38, arrived on a packed train from Atlanta. It was quiet at first, he said. I just screamed out Obama. The whole crowd erupted, he said. Okay? Now, let me tell you the scary thing about this. Okay? The guy from Atlanta screamed out Obama. The whole crowd erupted. Okay? I'm fixing to do something. Let's see if something happens to you inside. Jesus! Did that move you? Did that spark something inside of you to say that just because of that name I have hope? That I just shouted? Because it inspired something in the propagandists, in the hypocrites, in the ones that deceived, that they erupted in a cheer and everything. You see? See, End Time Watchman straight up. I don't beat around the bush. I quit school because I had recess. Mom made me go back. That's another video. But you see what I'm saying in that analogy I just draw. Let's finish the article. For all the travelers arriving in Washington, there were plenty headed opposite direction, fleeing the crowds, security, and the winter cold. For Traveler Obama, there was a celebratory air as his train pulled out of the station in Philadelphia. Welcome aboard the 2009 inaugural train to D.C., the conductor intoned. Obama's blue rail car was tacked onto the back of a 10-car Amtrak train filled with hundreds of guests, porters, and staff for the 137-mile ride to Washington. Along the way, Obama and his wife Michelle appeared on the back balcony, periodically to wave, shivered in crowds, bundled up in blankets and parkas. Who had gathered by the dozens, hundreds, and more along the ride. One held a sign that read, "Happy birthday, Michelle," taking note of the future First Lady's 45th birthday. Another in Delaware waved a place card that said, "We came from Massachusetts to see you." The well-wishers not just hoped for a glimpse of the 44th president in waiting, but for a cameo role in history. Some point you look up and think, "I'm in a moment," she said. Caroline Tyson, 55, came from Medford, New Jersey to catch Obama's stop in Wilmington. She arrived a good 7 hours early just to see the new president. It's unreal, it's unreal. It's unreal, it's surreal. She said of Obama's election, Tyson, who is black, said she never thought she'd see a president of color. What the hell does that mean? I'm not being racist, but I mean, Lincoln had a color. It just wasn't black. I mean, what does that mean? You see, it never friggin' ends. It never ends. It never ends. See? It never ends, y'all. It never ends. Regardless of what you think about me, you can't say I ain't telling the friggin' truth. I'm past the propaganda. I don't put propaganda out. Okay? Never thought we'd see a man of color. Well, let's just see what he does. I don't give a rat's behind if he's looked like a zebra in color, black and white, and that's what he is. There you go. Now, Miss Ma'am, I hated to disappoint you, but he's got a white mama, okay, and a black daddy. So, he's not the first black president. He's not black. I'm not being racial. I'm just putting it straight out there. I'm sorry you don't like End Time Watchman telling the truth and you believe in the friggin' propaganda, but it's just that friggin' simple. Now, I mean, if I go by and I go by a blue truck and it's got tan interior, the truck ain't blue. The truck's blue and tan. But they would tell you that this blue truck's for sale. But the interior's tan. Hell no, it's blue and tan. But there's your propaganda issue again. Just believe anything there is out there to it. I'll be back.